Point of process.
Does the proposer agree?
Does the proposer agree
To this amendment to add language?
to this amendment to add language
About no health cuts while we're at war?
about no health cuts while we're at war?
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Point of process.
Point of process. Please restate the proposal so we can consent on it. Occupy Burlington is in solidarity with the Bennington teacher strike. Furthermore, we stand opposed to healthcare cuts while the nation is at war.
Can we get a vibe check on that? Can we get a
Get a vibe check on that.
Is there any blocks?
Is there any blocks?
We have any blocks?
I don't have a blog, but I say something that might happen. We're going to call for more amendments, and I want to take off my facilitator's hat and make a comment.
I want to take off my facilitator's hat and make a comment.
I think
that
the amendment
the
to add no cuts while we're at war,
had no cuts while we're at war,
while it has the right intention,
while it has the right intention,
is a bit overly broad, given that the proposal was for a specific message of solidarity with a specific concrete struggle.
given that the message was with a specific message of solidarity with a specific concrete struggle.
I'm sorry I speak in long sentences. I'm still
I'm
getting
going to speak long sentences, I know.
I would propose a friendly amendment to your amendment that you bring this amendment as a proposal to another working group.
So you need, point of order, need to have the amendment removed.
Have the amendment removed.
By a vibe check.
Move the amendment?
Does anybody disagree with that? Remove the proposal is remove the amendment.
The proposal is remove the amendment.
Can we get a vibe check on the original proposal?
Yes. Yep.
Vibe check on the original proposal.
We'll take that out.
And any blocks?
Anybody disagree with the original proposal?
We all still
Any
agree.
blocks? Okay.
Okay, proposal passed.
Next. Dave. Dave with the student working group.
I'm Dave from the student working group. Our delegated report back person isn't able to be here. Unless I see any blocks or oppositions from other folks in the working group. I'll conduct the report back. Students have been carrying out activism, organizing in support of the Occupy movement on our campuses. We want next to connect that movement and work in solidarity with Occupy Burlington. We're planning a walkout of our schools for Wednesday.
November 2nd.
It's part of the call for solidarity with Occupy Oakland. We'll walk out at UVM. We'll walk out of our classes. And our residences. For the 5 o'clock rally. To meet the march. From Occupy Burlington. After the rally at UVM, we'll march down to Occupy Burlington. With students staff, and faculty.
with students, staff, and faculty.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Am I missing anything important from anyone else in the group?
Am I missing anything important from
Anyone else in the group?
Clarifying question? Go ahead.
Occupy Burlington.
Occupy Burlington.
Meet here.
Meet here
At 4:30.
at 4:30
March up to UVM.
and march up to UVM.
Sorry.
Clarifying question.
Clarifying question. Facilitator's hat off.
Off.
When you're speaking on behalf of students,
When you're speaking on behalf of students,
do you mean just college and university students?
do you mean just college and university students?
Or all students?
Or all
And
students?
should we extend
And should we extend
this call to action
this call to action
to walk off in solidarity
in solidarity
to students of all kinds,
to students of all kinds,
ages,
of all
in
ages,
all schools?
and all schools?
Nationwide strike! Nationwide strike!
The student working group
The student working group
is also supporting
Is also supporting
the Speak Out in solidarity with Oakland
the Speak Out in solidarity with Oakland
and against police violence.
and against police violence
The labor working group
with the labor working group
is supporting
is supporting
here at 6 o'clock
here at 6 o'clock
after marching down from UVM.
after marching down from
The
UVM.
student working group
The student working group
has not involved non-college students.
has not involved non-college students.
However, we should extend the call for a walkout
the call for a
in
walkout
solidarity with Oakland
in solidarity with
to
Oakland
all students.
to all students.
I talked to some high school students
I talked to some high school students
last night
last
who thought it sounded great.
who thought it sounded great,
Said they were going to try to get students to walk out of BHS.
who said they were going to try to get students to walk out of BHS.
Amanda from the Environmental Working Group.
Point of process.
I think it's important to mention
that the theme of the walk at UVM is Day of the Dead Theme, to mourn the loss of the soul of UVM. So we should dress in black and march somberly for UVM and then celebrate on the way down here with brass instruments and such.
Point of information. I have a 13-person marching dragon puppet I can throw in to this event in solidarity, but I need help fixing it up, and I need some white sheets for the back. And if anybody wants to participate in that and we can get that done, I have it to the offer, to the event.
I teach middle school,
and I
and I do have a safety concern about all,
and would encourage you to consider
and to encourage you to consider
asking high school
asking high school and older only.
Can you say more about your concerns about safety?
Can you say more about your concerns about safety?
Middle school students
Middle school students
can be as young as 11,
can be as young as 11,
and they might not
and
necessarily
they might not necessarily
have the same regulation
have the same regulation
that older high school students would.
that older high school students would.
You mean self-regulation?
You mean self-regulation?
Yes.
High school only.
High school only.
Bill, do we have someone on the stack?
Yes, we call Amanda, Environmental Working Group.
The working group.
Mic check.
So we all march today,
So as we all march today,
showing our support
showing our support
for shutting down Vermont Yankee
for shutting down Vermont Yankee
and for green jobs
and for green jobs and clean renewable energy.
The environmental working group
The environmental working group
has met a few times. We want to invite anybody who wants to organize around the environment, including doing educational teach-ins, and so forth. On the wiki, there's a link to sign up for our email list. We don't have any immediate plans. Except that some of us are going down to Washington, D.C. for the action where people are circling the White House to protest against the tar sands pipeline.
When is your meeting time?
Our meeting time
is at 11:30
on Sundays
behind the firehouse gallery over there.
Point of information.
Feel free to ask Robert
What the URL is
what the URL is
for the Occupy City Hall Park wiki.
for the Occupy City Hall Park wiki.
I'll just say one other thing.
Just say one other thing.
During this meeting,
I think we should choose
a theme
for
next Sunday.
Sunday.
And if there aren't any other proposals,
we could do
something in solidarity
with the tar sands action
and climate change. I just wanted to bring it up.
I just wanted to bring it up.
So we can talk more later.
later.
And just proposals can wait until.
I just wanted to bring it up in
Point of information.
Point of information.
Point of information.
My name is Keith from Environmental Working Group. I'm coordinating a reading group on a pamphlet written by two youth activists called Organizing Cools the Planet, about how Burlington can plug into the North American climate justice movement. Look for information on the wiki. Find me after this. Or look for information in the info booth.
Thank you.
Will from the Strategy Direct Action Working Group.
Strategy Direct Action Working Group. As far as young children marching, every parent knows their own child. And I think children should be when they're young. Sorry.
We didn't formally adopt anything.
Children should be able to march if their parents say they should.
Point of information.
As the proposal taker,
We did not adopt a formal proposal
on that matter. Point of process.
This illustrates
How everybody here
should feel empowered to make decisions for themselves. If it's your judgment call that you feel comfortable bringing your children to a protest, do so. You don't have to bring it to the GA for approval.
I was confused by that. Earlier.
Also, if you make a block or anything else and we miss it, don't assume we're